Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Blueprints. I'm your host, MagicManMo. Okay, this is a game that might be coming out of the blue for you guys a little bit. No one's requested it, no one's mentioned it to me, but it managed to make its way onto my YouTube feed, and I saw several people talking about and playing this Blueprints game, and I looked into it a little bit and I thought it looked fun. All right, I'm playing this one. This one's for me. So I'm playing Blueprints today. I don't know how to describe it. It's a roguelike mansion builder with a mystery behind it. So if you don't know what this is, don't worry, neither do I. Let's explore it together. We're gonna hit new game and hope that the settings are fine. I didn't look into them. I probably should have. There's probably like subtitles or something I could turn on. The instant regret when you hit new game on a game. Does anyone else have that instant regret when they play a new game? No? Just me? Am I the only weirdo? I'm not the only weirdo. It is loading. It's loading for a long time. I'm nervous. What are you loading? Oh, here we go. Maybe. I hear water. Doggo Bomb presents. Raining pretty good out there. In association with Raw Fury. I don't know who these people are. Those are some dope names. A game by Tonda Ross? That's one where it looks like the name would be easy and simple to say, but like you don't know how you want to pronounce your vowels. Portrait of a man.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Why is it so ominous?
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Why not 50? You were so close.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Define legally timely manner.
I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
93, a good year. A good year.
S. Sinclair.
I mean, not for Sinclair. Was it a good year for Sinclair? Because sounds like he may have passed away at that time. Not on March. That was when he recorded this, I think. Right? That's the vibe I get. So sometime after March, but we're in 1993 right now. That's what I understand. And I am Herbert Sinclair's grand nephew or great nephew. Same thing. And we're in. I don't know what we're stumbling into and why it was so... I've lost my mouse. Here we go. I don't know why it was so ominous. Okay, I think the person with the bag walking up was us because there's no, like, weirdo standing behind us. Look at that mountain. Look at that mountain! How do you get that shape? What is that? That is not... That is like someone shoved a giant sword into a mountain and broke off the hilt or something. That is a weapon or a rocket in a mountain, dude. What is that? Well, shoot. My video game instincts tells me that I want to go this way. the grounds. We've gone from 50 to 49. So my understanding is that we're limited in how much we can do at a time during the day. That's my understanding. And that we're allowed to pass through different rooms, basically one of those steps, the 50 counting down. I told you I don't know much about this game, but I did see that it was popping up, and I did see it was a roguelike. So that's the timer that determines how far you can go in a run. That's about all I know. I don't know any of the details of the mystery or anything like that. Like I said, I did see a little bit. I don't know how to get over there if I can. Maybe I cannot. I don't see a keyhole. It's just doing that. That might just be for show. I see a bridge, so I'm just trying to see where the bridge goes. If it does, in fact, go anywhere. I kind of assume it does, or otherwise they wouldn't put a door there. They could have just put a fence all the way across and just been like, nope, you can't go that way. But no, they put a door, so I'm just kind of wondering. Whoa. See, what is that? Those are pillars. There is an ancient ruins down there. I like the waterfall. Waterfalls, I don't know if you guys have ever had the opportunity to go to a decent sized waterfall. Waterfalls are awesome. I like running water. I love rain. I love running water. It's just that vibe. It's like a peaceful sound. Water running furiously over a cliffside into the depths is a peaceful sound to me. I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's a staircase. I know it immediately wanted us to go inside the house, but my gamer instinct when doing a lot of things is to immediately turn around and see, can I parkour? No, I can't jump. That's a good thing to know. No parkouring involved. Got some pipes here? Serious. I don't know. Maybe those pipe gas into these braziers here? Is that what you call those? Braziers? 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 That's the word. Braziers. Braziers is like a bra, I think. Braziers. I was totally saying that wrong. Maybe. And then maybe we can light something up and summon a dragon from the depths. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm just thinking that this is a beautiful vista. Herbert, Sinclair, you had a beautiful vista to come out and see every day. It kind of looks like there's maybe a river or a road that runs that way over there, way out in the distance. I'm sure that's got to be for sure. There's no way we get over there, right? That'd be insane. Like when Dark Souls came out, and it's like, see that thing in the distance? You can go there. You can go anywhere. There's a spooky tunnel. Spooky tunnel? Spooky dark tunnel? I can do a little sprint action. I can kind of do that. This seems to be storage. Maybe we can light this up in the future. We are on the grounds. The spooky dorky grounds. I don't know if that will clear out in the future. It might clear out. But right now, like, same thing with this. This looks like a thing that might open up in the future. Either we need a tool of some kind to make that happen, or something needs to progress. There's a clock on the mansion. See, look at this mansion. Look at this estate. It's a goofy looking building. What time is it right now? Like 8:35. This gate's open. I feel like I'm actively walking away from the game right now. If you don't want to put up with... See, what is this? This looks like a screwed coffin, right? Someone like shoved a coffin into this wall, like a mausoleum or whatever, and screwed it shut. Maybe I need a screwdriver. Private drive. We have a new location. Oh, this is a new location. We went down to 48. This has got a new name. I'm actually sitting actively in front of the name of the things. Let's fix that. There. Let's hope that nothing shows up in the bottom left of the screen. Yeah, you can see over there private drive over there in the corner. I was sitting in front of it, so I figure you guys might want to know what things are called. There's a tent, camp. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu tab. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. We haven't done that. We haven't picked up anything. Yeah, that's the entrance hall. Sounds like it would be the entrance of the mansion. I'm sure we should have done that instead of whatever I'm doing right now. I didn't realize the grounds were going to be so expansive. Hello? Ooh. There's a shed. See, this has like a... Ooh, this has a coat. Wait. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open that door. Can I yank on it? No. See, that's clearly a thing. There's actually smoke shooting up out of these little chimneys actively right now, and I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't be good for the orchard. I feel like that wouldn't be great for the apples if you're shooting smoke up into them all around the trees. But is this some kind of mine? Yeah, what is this? Also, the campsite grounds is a separate thing than the private drive. That is good to know. So there is stuff outside the house as well as inside the house. That is actually good to know. Let's go inside the house. I think I've seen about all I can see, unless I passed something that I missed. Let's keep all of these things in mind as we dive ever deeper into this house here. We have to find the 46th room. And if I've only got like 45 steps to do it, I don't think we're gonna do that initially on our first run. But you're never really intended to win like a roguelike game on your first run. You're never really intended to do so. We'll see how close we can get all the same. Open only in the event of my death. I like how it doesn't actually say Herbert Sinclair anywhere on here. So if a stranger somehow wandered in this house and found this letter, they'd be like, I don't know who this is. Simon. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. What a bizarre way to live. For 50 years, not having any idea what door will lead where. Bizarre. How do I... Hello? There we go. I'm like, how do I leave? Here's the blueprint, the fabled blueprint we heard about. The Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. There you go, look. Oh, hello. That's how you exit. We're at the entrance hall, right? Hello. Rooms 1 through 12, 13 to 24, and etc., etc. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops, red rooms. Red rooms. I don't have red rooms. These are all the rooms that we've discovered. There's an antechamber. Antechamber. From its root meaning, the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room resting on the 9th rank may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. And then the entrance hall, which is where we're at right now. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Because as you can see, so we're in the entrance hall. The antechamber is up here. So yeah, it's a 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 4 by 9. Doesn't that mean that's like 36 rooms, not 46? No, 5 by 9, because not 5, it's 5 by 9. I said 4, 5. That's 45 rooms. So if we get to the antechamber, if that's like the 45th room, then there's like a 46th like behind it. I see. Gotcha. Math is hard sometimes when you're dumb. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footprint or 1 shoe step. We always call these footprints, but they're not. They're shoe prints. If they were footprints, they would be a foot. They're shoe prints because they're prints of a shoe. When you no longer have any shoe prints left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. I see. What if I don't? What if I push through? What if I sip my coffee? What is, okay, Ace of Spades. Should I know that? Is that gonna be a clue? Is that gonna change every day? I'm gonna remember Ace of Spades. Also, Queen of Diamonds. I'm gonna remember that. That might be important. That might be Herbert S. Sinclair right there. Or maybe that was, wait, what did Herbert look like? These are 2 definitely different people. The time has passed. It is now almost 10. It's currently like 9:47, 48. Is it actually moving slowly? Oh shoot, is that the time it is in reality? It is! That's what time it is right now in real freaking life. Okay, well, that's an actual for real clock. Never mind. Okay, well, let's go forth, Garl Vinland. May you be unharmed. Select a room to draft. So we're deciding of 3 options. What room lies beyond this door? Got a bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 shoe prints, which would be like if I lose a shoe print when I enter and when I leave. Basically, it's a room you can travel through freely. Closet has 2 items in it, and a hallway is a hallway. It looks like the bedroom has, if we come in from the bottom, there's 1 path to the left. The closet doesn't seem to have any doorways. The hallway has 2 doorways. I think at this juncture, this early on, I think we want to have options available to us as much as I want to have the closet. Although having some items early on, like immediately to progress, this is risky, I feel like. I'm gonna take it. We have 2 other doors. We got that one and that one. We'll take some items early on. I feel like better to have items now than later. You found a functioning metal detector. Greater chance of finding key and coins. Okay. What are you? A die? A single ivory die. While drafting, you may use die to roll new floor plans. That's gonna be great if we find ourselves stuck in a bad situation with bad options. I want to wear the bowler hat. That's the next MagicManMo hat investment. Bowler hat ManMo. And an umbrella. Do it. I don't see any. I know it said 2 items, but I don't see any other hidden items. I don't know. The game might lie to us. With all of that ominous music earlier, the game might lie to us. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything that seems suspicious. So the storeroom does not have any other doors. The guest room does not have any other doors. I'm not inclined to choose either of those, even though +1 key, +1 ruby, +1 coin That seems like that would be nice to have. Plus 10 steps would be great because we've wasted so many already. Bedroom, again, free room. I think we need to leave our options available. Can I actually back up if I wanted to? Can I leave? Ooh. Ah, look at that. If I hit tab, I can see my blueprint map. I'm currently sitting partially in front of it, so I might move my body once again. But I can see my blueprint from here, and if I hit tab again, I can also see my inventory from here. Cool, 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 cool. See, it's a 5 wide tile. If I choose the bedroom, I am kind of sectioning off possibly the corner. But I think that's what we gotta do. I think we gotta make sure we have options for some place to go. So let's do the bedroom. See, are there gonna be any hidden items? Let's take a look around this bedroom. Let's take a wide eye look. We got a bed. We got the window to the front. Yeah, we can actually see the front yard from here. Did not know we were gonna, oh, look, a little origami. Origami crane. I like whatever that is. Fun. Oh, can I actually, is crouching a thing that I'm gonna have to worry about? Can I crouch? Not to my knowledge. See, maybe? No. See, it kind of looks like a box. I didn't know if I could kind of crouch under that. Check it out. Get under the bed. Play repo. Who are you? Are you Margaret S. Sinclair? I don't know. She's got a moon necklace. Do you think that's gonna be good to know? There's gotta be a reason I can look at this. The moon necklace seems important to me. My Inca Games point and click adventure brain is tingling. Greetings from Reddington. Maybe that is a village nearby where our mansion, our newly acquired estate resides. That is a, ooh, top hat. There's a fun statue of a finger. Origami crane. I feel like this must be the ladies' room. This is a bedroom. The lady of the house. I don't know what her name might be. So where do we want to go from here? I'm thinking we have to do den, the way I'm thinking. I don't know. So like the nook has a door to the left, and so does the den. But the going to the left will go to the closet, and the closet didn't have a door, so I don't know if it'll go anywhere. And the lavatory is a guaranteed dead end. So as much as I'd love to pick up a key, I guess we'll take the den. At least we get some kind of ruby for that. And it also has a path to the right, so... Yeah, look at that. It's all walled off. Ooh. I love this clock. It's big. It's too big. I'd like a smaller one for my room. Hello? I feel like that's an intimate shot of a bat. Alright. I like the fire. I'm gonna keep an eye out for any potential items. I know it didn't say there are items, but there could be clues. There could be... See, that clock isn't actually ticking. See, that is not the current real life time. As denoted by the fact that the arm, the pendulum is not swinging. Here we go. Okay, that's our ruby. I know it was like an emerald. It must be like gemstones in general. Can I light any of these things? I don't see any other items to be concerned with, as far as I can tell. Nothing in the corner shelves. My grandma had corner shelves like this, but bigger. My grandma was a bit of a hoarder. We got several clocks. Why do we need so many clocks? We have a lot of clocks in here. This one actually functions, but it's not the correct time. Interestingly. But my grandma was a bit of a hoarder. She had like corner shelves, and boy, howdy did she know how to fill them. I mean, lots of like dishes and things, not like just knickknacks, but still, they were like filled to the brim with stuff that I don't know. I swear, I don't think of all, because we used to have like family dinners and get-togethers and events and stuff at her house before a lot of my family kind of moved all over the country. We really spread out. My family, it really spreads out, and I don't remember in all my years visiting my grandma at her house. She no longer lives there. We moved her. I don't think we ever used any of those dishes. ever. They were for show. We've got, let's hit tab here. We've got some rooms to choose from. The only one with another door is the parlor, which backtracks a little bit, but I think that's our best bet. The guest bedroom doesn't have any ways to vacate the area, and neither does the storeroom. I'm gonna go with the parlor. There's a puzzle piece on this one. Parlor. Into the parlor. I think that's Herbert S. Sinclair. Hello? Metal detector? Yeah? Are we detecting metal? Is it this thing? A rather curious wind-up key. A component of the parlor game. The parlor game. May the 2nd.
Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I had found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Emma Lowry.
See, this game that we're playing so far, one of the reasons why I felt compelled to play this is because the idea of you inheriting a mansion, but you have to play some kind of game by the late Mr. Sinclair, reminds me of a book I read when I was a young boy called The Weston Game. It was The Weston Game or The Westing House. I forget what it was. And it was the same idea. This eccentric millionaire, billionaire, or whatever passes on, and in his will, he leaves to whoever can solve his game. They inherit the entirety of his wealth. And in that game, the kid, spoiler alert, I guess, the kid in the story ends up inheriting everything. There's all these adults and this kid or whatever trying to solve the game. And I was enamored with that book when I was young. And that's what this reminds me of. That's what this game reminds me of in theme, of course. Oh, coin. Nice. Was that what the metal detector found? It was! That was what the metal detector was telling us. We found a coin. But, I just felt an attraction, a draw when I heard about this game to play. Is this supposed to be a curtain? I think it's a wall. What a peculiar place for a wall, because it's gonna block some of the light from the windows coming in. And it doesn't look like it's a wall that would like slide to intentionally, like if this were a room that could be turned into some kind of, boxes. Into some kind of dark room for some reason that I could see if these were curtains or sliding walls, but no, they just look like walls. They must be load bearing, otherwise that's crazy. Weird design. See, this actually has stuff in it. Tea kettle and puzzles and stuff. So what have we got here? The statement on the white box is true. There is a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are both empty. Were there rules on this thing? I already forget. Hang on. Oh, there are. I saw 2 pieces of paper here. Maybe I right-clicked. I saw 2 pieces of paper. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. So there can be more than one, but there's always one truther. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. So at least one, there's always one box that lies, but there could be more. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. So one's got a prize, one's got a prize, 2 have nothing. The statement on the white box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. I have not seen a second wind-up key. I'm inclined to believe that that one is lying to us on account of my inability to find a second wind-up key so far. This box and the white box are both empty. That might be true. Because I don't think this one's true. I think this is false. I think, which means that this is false. I think these are two false, which means this one has to be true. And if this one has to be true, this is empty, that's empty. That leaves us with the blue box. What's inside? How do I open it? Here we go. Oh, that's what the wind up is for. That makes sense. Ah, well, the fact that there would only be one wind up makes sense. Why would you need two if there's, you know, only going to be goodies in one? You know what I mean? Okay. Well, we're going to be rich if we're ever allowed to take these gems out of our estate, which I'm guessing we're not going to be allowed to do. Okay, this is a little confusing. So if this is where do I still come in from the bottom? Because over here, obviously, oh, I do. Okay, if I hover, you can see it actually like shows it to us a little bit. So this nook would turn into a dead end at the bedroom, but so would the pantry. Okay, so we're at a dead end no matter what we do here. But I have the die. I could re-roll. We also have another way from the entrance hall that we can go, so we're not completely screwed yet. But I would like to try to turn this way, our left, stage right, and try to work our way back up and around so that we can access more floors. We're not getting any closer to 46 this way, really, but we could be getting more items and things. We are parlor rank 2. I don't know what rank 2 means. We were rank 1 earlier. I saw that. Is rank 2 just how many levels we go? Because it was like a 5x9. So if we need to get up to 9, maybe it's rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That might be the case. Do I want to take a key and just accept my dead end or redraw? We'll redraw. See oh no, not the boudoir. The billiard room? No, we got a dead end no matter what we do. We have a dead end no matter what we do. The billiard room has a puzzle. If it's anything like the parlor room, that means we might be able to get some gems or something out of it. I don't know what a breaker box does, and the boudoir just seems to be a direction. We'll take the utility closet since I am forced to do a dead end anyway. What's Ooh, my metal detector's up. There's something in here. Ah, I'm rich. Is there anything else? Deer? 10? Ooh. What does 10 mean? It's gotta mean something, right? Maybe. Danger. Toggling of breaker. I think it's supposed to be switches, but that does not look like a W. Maybe it is. Switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. All right. Keycard entry system is on. We can turn it off. We probably want it off because I don't have a key card. So if we discover a key card system, maybe we can just break in that way. VAC indicators. What's a VAC? VAC. VAC? Gymnasium is on. Darkroom is on. Garage is off. I'll turn the garage on. What's this say? It looks like it says carpet. Car something? Maybe a B? Cabinet? Cabinet. It is a cabinet. But it's scratched off. Maybe if I find a switch as an item somewhere, I have to come to the break room and attach it, which is going to be annoying because the break room is in a dead end super far away from where I'm about to start walking. I turned on the garage. I'll leave the dark room on. Should I turn the dark room off? Should the dark room be intentionally off? I don't know. Maybe. But should the gymnasium also be off? I'll leave it on. But I'll turn the key card off. I'll turn on all these indicators, and I turned on the garage. We'll see what that does for us. It's possible that the switch orientations are randomly selected. And so some, you know, maybe some things need to be on, some things need to be off, and I don't know what those things are yet. But as you can see, I need to make my way all the way back to the entrance hall. At least that bedroom was a freebie, but we're down to 38, which is still a lot. We still have a lot to do. So we definitely want to be able to continue our adventure. So we have to choose the Nook or the office. The lavatory would be it for us. So we've got the Nook has a key, the office. Coin opportunity to earn and spread. Gem requirement 2. Opportunity to earn and spread coins. What do you mean spread? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I do want to do it, but I also have never found a key yet. And I feel like having a key early on would be a good idea. And I already have 2 coins. This costs 2 gems, and I have 3 only. Let's do the Nook. Let's get a key. A key seems the functionality of a key seems pretty straightforward to me. So, and my metal detector is detecting. There's going to be a coin around here somewhere. Oh wait, the metal detector can detect keys too, I think. So it might just be detecting the key. I got a key. That's what it was detecting. I noticed the metal detector did not go off when we found gems, just coins and keys. This looks like an uncomfortable bench. Like I feel like there needs to be cushions on this bench. Very rustic, very cabin feeling, but... A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Do they mean I need to find like a for real journal in the, do I need to find a journal in the game, or do they mean I need to go like keep an actual, hang on, I actually do have a for real scrap of paper or notebook on me. That might be a clue to actually keep your own notes IRL. That might be a clue. Sick crowbar, dude. Sick crowbar, bro. Back in the day, the olden days, right? Point and click games, mystery games, adventure games, that kind of thing. That's what they, ooh. Okay. That's what you used to do in the old days. Nowadays, games are very accessible. Like they'll keep like a journal for you or keep notes for you. But back in the old days, games did not do that. So let's take a look at what we got going on over here. The lavatory's a dead end, so I'd rather not. Storeroom's a dead end, so I'd rather not. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. That seems really good considering we're like running out of directions to go. And this one has 2 doors. It does cost us a gem to do, but we have 3. I am willing to take that chance. Drawing room, rank 2. I wonder if the different rooms. Well, no, I think based on, where was it? Where could we look at our? Here we go. I think only certain rooms will appear at certain ranks. Okay. Just a thought. I was just thinking. Okay. There's a spiral staircase. 4 stars. There's a lot of things in like paintings that feel like they might be noteworthy, but we just don't know how or in what way as of yet. This fireplace is not lit compared to others that we've seen. Can I make a phone call from inside here? It would be a bit of a nightmare to live in a house where you don't know how to get to your various rooms that you have. I wonder who painted this. Obviously, this would be like, Sinclair was sitting right there. Someone painted him. Is there a reason this is here? There's a pedestal. Wait, is the pedestal in here? No. Oh, ho, 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 ho! Look at this. The candelabra. Is there a hidden door? What? Oh! I found a hidden thing! I found a hidden thing! What are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not stopping me. So you have to punch in a number and hit enter or clear it. There's no way I know what that code is. Oh, that's crazy. There are different numbers of subjects in some of the paintings. It's people moving like to the left or right, some horses. There are some that have 3 people with umbrellas. Guy running. If it's like, okay, if we knew that it's like horse, umbrella, child, or something like that, if we knew like a subject matter, I might need to count paintings and put them in a certain order. But it looks like there might be too many of certain things. So like, I'm not sure if like this umbrella man that's like striding to the right. Well, sometimes he's by himself striding to the left. So I don't know if that would count as 2 different kinds of paintings, or if it's the subject matter that would matter. Or that could be a red herring. That could all be nonsense. Do you think the code is in this room, or do you think it exists elsewhere? Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans. We figured that out. From which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. This is one of those rooms, yeah. I'm looking around for a code in here. I'm so happy I thought about that. I saw this and I'm like, this just feels important. And I was right. Oh my God. Is it the clock? This clock is moving. It doesn't have any numbers on it. That seems important. It seems important that this clock does not have numbers. We have seen a lot of clocks previously, and they all seemed to be, what time were they? Like, I think we saw one that was like, was it like 9:35 or something like that? We also don't know how many digits this code's going to be. I'm trying to remember what some of the times we saw were. I don't know. That is a good find. See, this also has no numbers on it. It seems important to me that there are items in this room that would have numbers normally, but don't have numbers now. So we see phone, we see clock. Maybe even that specific kind of clock and that kind of phone is important. We'll keep an eye out in the future. See, this is 4 stars. That could be important. We'll keep spiral staircase in mind as well. 4 stars might be... Wait, is that a 0? Is that just a ring on, like... What is that even? Is that a cushion or a book or a towel? Is that just a ring, or is that a 0? Hang on. That might be nothing. Just for giggles, let's go ahead and try the time. Right now it's... And clear that. Now it's 10:14. Time is flying. Time flies when you're having fun. This is crazy. All right, what are we looking at here? Let's go, let's try this door first and see if we can figure out how to get to that corner, maybe. We have a guest bedroom that will give us 10 steps, which might be really nice. The chapel wouldn't be bad because then we can get into the very corner of the mansion and do something with that room. I don't like whenever you enter, you lose a coin. I only have 2 coins. The dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. I don't know if we will reach rank 8. And even if we did, this is all the way in rank 2. So this will be really far away. What I like about it, though, is that it's a door to the left and right, and it doesn't cost me a coin. The guest bedroom would be really nice, though, for 10 steps. I'm tempted. It'd be great if we got the guest bedroom in the corner, since it doesn't have anywhere to go. It'll be in the corner. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll do the dining room. I like it. I like the idea of having the doors of it. Ooh, see, I see a lock on that door. A keyhole. I see a keyhole. I don't know that it's locked, but I haven't seen that on any of the knobs yet. No, wait, no, yeah, there have been. If that ends up being locked, then that was a sixth sense. That was like a crazy sixth sense that I just had that might be. What is that? That's where we're at right now. We are at that spot. That is where we are. There's an E. That is actually where we are right now. That's on purpose. That's gotta mean something, right? And we came in from the east. If you think about it, like if that's S, if that's south, what does it mean? The heck? What the heck? Several birds here. I don't know if the number of birds matters. There's like 5 of them for the secret code. It's hard to say. I bet this will be where the meal goes. I don't think we're gonna get to rank 8. I gotta be honest with you. But we might. Sometimes I have really good beginner's luck on these roguelike sorts of games when I play them. Sometimes I've got pretty good luck. So this is the one that will go into a dead end. So we've got a storeroom would be great because that's a dead end one. Locksmith, keys for sale. Having a place to buy keys wouldn't be a bad idea. It cost me a gem to unlock, and I only have 2 coins anyway. I kind of want to do the storeroom and get an extra gem, coin, and key. I'm going to go with the storeroom. I'm not in desperate need of keys right now. My metal detector is going nuts. There's a key. And there's the gem. Nice. Is there anything else in here? There could be secrets. This feels like a Rorschach test. This could be like the mountains outside, but for some reason the first thing I saw was like someone like running their fingers like down their face or something. There's no face here, but this just kind of reminded me of fingers, what I kind of imagine. It could also be upside down. And maybe it would look like something else. But yeah, I get kind of like mountain vibes, maybe. Maybe the mountains outside. Specific location. Like this is a big painting, and it's the first thing you would see while coming in. So this feels significant in some way. But I don't know how or in what way. Anybody want some pudding? Looks tasty. I want it. There was something hidden. What is this? Little blue bird in a little swimming outfit? What does that mean? We did have the photo of the woman with a moon necklace, and now we've got a blue bird in an outfit. I can't take it with me. That's gotta mean something. Pawn. Giant pawn. There are secrets. I mean, we already knew that because we've literally discovered a secret safe, but there are secrets. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, that's all I'm seeing in this room, which is fine. We knew it was a dead end and we got some goodies out of it. I want to go through here now. See, what's this clock say? See, this one says it's just about 2 o'clock. It looks like it is moving. Yeah, it is moving. It's 2 o'clock. But I don't know if the hour hand actually moved. I've got to be honest with you. It looks like it's a little bit before 2. So maybe just the minute hand is moving. And I think it stopped. Nope, moving? No, it's moving. Weird. Okay, this is not locked. Okay. For some reason I thought it would be. We've got a spare room that looks like it's got a lot of nothing going on. But it's got a door. We've got a nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. And we've got an observatory, +1 star for each time you've drafted observatory. That kind of looks like the stars in that little photo thing, you know, in our I think it was in the drawing room. And it kind of looked like I had a spiral stairs in the photo. This has a spiral stairs. I'm fascinated to do the observatory. I want to do the spare room for where the door goes. But I kind of feel like this is an opportunity to see if getting a star does something to the photograph in the drawing room. I think this might be an opportunity for us. I don't think this is Earth. This doesn't look like any continents I'm familiar with. Even if you turned it like upside down or sideways, I'm not recognizing this as anything. I don't think we're on Earth, ladies and gentlemen. There's like a little thing down there. I don't know what that is. Sounds spooky in here. We got another globe. We're not in Kansas anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Quoth the Raven. He looks kind of smaller. He might be a crow. Got a knight, a horse. Knight. I hate it when people call knights horses, but I get it. It looks like a horse. I get it. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Fen Aries, Bird and Sons Publishing, 1809. Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star gives us a +1 gold. The twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Okay. The Slice, +3 steps. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. I'm sorry, what? Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 got skipped. They skipped 6. I saw that. You can't just sneak that by me. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Clavis, the key. Probably Clavis. +1 key, page 8. 9 and 10 are gone. 6, 9, 10. You think that goes with the safe? 6, 9, 10. Diamondus Major, +5 gems. Draxus the Dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. That wouldn't be great. Oh, hang on, I don't know how to go backwards a page. 12 to 15. They skipped 13 and 14. The Sale. Everything is 50% off today. Glorialis Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. And that's it. So 6, 9, 10, 13, 14. We've got like missing pages. Don't think for a second I didn't notice that. Okay, I can turn this wheel. Do I want to? There's a staircase. Before I do that, looks like it would move this, maybe? Yeah? Is this a puzzle or is this just easy? What am I looking at over here? Another wheel. I got 2 wheels. I feel like having a like model up here on the ceiling would be a bit of an annoyance. I feel like that would be in the way of our observatory. So does this move our top bit? Oh no, that moves that. Okay, I can't just fall off. What's the bottom? Excuse me, what's the bottom one move? Oh, did we look at this? What is this? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, that went backwards now? Oh, it matters which way you turn it. Oh, I see. That seems about right. And then I can like look through it? Sure. What do we see? 1. I got the North Star. I gained a coin. if we discover, if we draw, I think the rule is that we just need to draw, not draft, an observatory. Then maybe we can come back and get yet another thing. We got a coin out of that. What was the rule? Drafted one time. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond, the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Okay. Can I turn this again if I wanted to? Oh, I can. I'm guessing I can only see one star right now. Because that's what the little star underneath my foot, my shoe prints seems to indicate. See, that seems to be lower. This must be higher. I think it's as high as it can go right now. Okay. I'm gonna leave that probably alone for now. Okay, fair enough. I love it. I love the room. I love the observatory. Now, I could have gone, there was a door over there, but it goes to the door that I can get from the drawing room. And the drawing room lets me redraft if I need to. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm also gonna check out, there it is. All right, none of these like lit up or changed. But if we can find a 4-star constellation in the future, maybe that'll mean something. Okay. Well, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. The pantry is not a bad move. We've got 4 coins. The bunk room has no doors, so we don't want to do that. It counts as 2 bedrooms. And the kitchen would lead back to the observatory, which means we'd be stuck and we'd be done. It has food for sale. So I guess we got to do the pantry. Pantry it up. Get our 4 coins. Skinny pantry. The tie. There's like a cake dish. Ooh. Bridget, please bring up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So they had 4 coins as change. So Bridget brought 5 apples, bananas, and oranges. Bring more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest. Is that supposed to be us? What do you mean an extra guest? Who else is here besides me? Okay, the fruit gave us a couple extra steps. It also seems like may have an extra guest. How recent, like I don't know what day it is. How many days have passed since Sinclair died? We don't know who wrote this. We don't know if Sinclair wrote this or if like a butler did, like the staff or something. Was Sinclair predicting his own demise? Maybe. I can't seem to go up this ladder. It looks like there's a little box up there, but I can't seem to do that. Flour, sugar. I wonder if I can stick something in that and grind something up in the future. I don't see much more going on in here besides our coins, that apple, and that note. Got a corridor. Corridor is always left unlocked. I haven't run into any locks so far. Spare room. Security. Ooh. View inventory of all items currently in the house. It's a gem requirement. And it's got an extra door. But like, I can only use this one, the left one. The right one would go straight to the closet. I'm not too concerned about... Yeah, we'll go with the security. That seems like the obvious choice. Hello? Hello? Hey, look, it's us. What was our name? Simon? Simon Sinclair. I don't know if our last name's Sinclair or not. We weren't supposed to be allowed to bring tools in, but we do have a backpack. I guess that's where we keep our inventory. Can we look at the tapes? Why is it so ominous? Why is it so ominous? I haven't noticed any cameras in any of the rooms, so this is kind of creepy. It's me! I poked me in the butt.